Namaste, welcome back to my channel. Prosenjit Das here to welcome you on the third video on voice change. The first part of the voice change was on imperative sentence. Second part was on the present indefinite tense. The remaining two tenses are present. That means continuous and perfect. Today we are going to have here. Perfect continuous tense does not have the passive form. But why? Because been is used in active or perfect continuous tense. On all the perfect continuous tense, either it is present, past, or future tense. All way future perfect continuous tense, and everywhere we have been. And been is used to make passive in voice change. So we cannot use been or been square or been cube. So this is not something like applicable. So let us concentrate here. The two tenses of present tenses, it is continuous and perfect. First of all, present continuous tense. We have present continuous tense active formation, subject, am is are, first form of verb, ing, and object. In passive we have object, am is are, being, third form of verb, by, and subject. Now, in examination, I have got a question. We are compelling our enemy to retreat. If I get this sentence, in voice change, we don't have to be worried about the length of the sentence. We don't have to be worried about the words and different position of the words. Very simple. Concentrate. First of all, find out auxiliary verb. Now, what is the difference between the present and the past tenses? If you see here, am is are. If I remove it and write here, was where, that becomes future continuous. Past continuous tense. That's it. Now, if I get a sentence, I got auxiliary am is are. This is my examination. I got a question. We are compelling our enemy to retreat. Now, a length, retreat, that's this, that, whatever written. But we don't have to worry. Am is are we got, am is are or was where you get, find out ing in the sentence or being in the sentence. Have we got? Yes, we have got ing with the verb. That means this is present continuous tense active. If we get the being, this present continuous tense passive. Story over. Now we got am is are and ing, that means present continuous active. Now what is the active formation? Now look at that. Subject, we, am is are, here, first form of verb. ing plus object, our enemy. Now what is the action? Compelling. Who is compelling? We. Whom are we compelling? Our enemy. Our enemy, object. Now the length, nothing to worry. Forget that. Now passive formation. Object, our enemy. Object. Then am is are. Very simple here. It's an is our enemy. We will not running enemies. It's a complete we are taking, so we can go for enemy is. Then continuous passive, being, then touch form of verb, compelled, double L-E-D, compelled, now by, subject, see by, then subject, we will be asked, then remaining extension, to retreat. Now, very simple, object, our enemy, am is are, is, being, third form of verb, compelled, by, subject, we change it to us, and the remaining extension is here. Now, to make it a little bit standard, our enemy is being compelled to retreat, and if we remove by us, that becomes a little bit standard. Obviously, it is a known case. Our enemy will be, obviously, it is compelled by us. Our enemy will be compelled by us, so we can write like this. For example, the patient is being operated. We know by the doctor, by the surgeon. We don't have to write and mention here. A student is being taught, obviously by the teacher, not by the engineer. So very simple, we can find out. So when you know the common subject in passive, you can remove it. Now a question might have arisen in your mind that why is enemy can be a group of people. Say, enemy. What is the plural form of enemy? Enemies. We have, when a noun has the plural form, so why should we get confused regarding this one? Normally, say you might have seen this one. India is my country. India is my country. It's a singular noun. But in cricket, if you watch, so India, if it is third person singular number, there should be wins. Why we write win? Why we take as a plural? That means this India means 11 player, a group. So it is not individualized. So if you believe, this enemy means I have lots of enemy. So I have lots of enemies. I have lots of Indias. No, that's how we have to go and move ahead. Now, this is the present continuous tense. Now, some other sentences, if I get of present continuous tense, a little bit tough. For example, say, why are wasting your time in idle gossip. If a long sentence, if I get a question in examination, what I have to do? Very simple, nothing. Find out M is R. I have got M is R. As soon as we got M is R, we have to find out ing or being. What do we have here? Ing and being? Yes, ing with the continuous tense. Waste plus wasting. That means this is present continuous tense active. Now if it is present continuous tense active, now look at the question interrogative. Bring in here, you find an interrogative adverb, not pronoun, adverb. That means remove it. Now imagine it is not written. Now it is continuous tense active. Formation. Active formation. Subject. You. M is R. R should be here written before. Why? Because it is interrogative. M is R. Then subject. M is R. First form of verb. Waste plus ing. Object. Your time. Object. Your time. Subject, verb, object. These are the three important things that we need in the question. You wasting your time. Now passive formation. Object. Your time. M is R. Is. Time is singular. Is. Then continuous passive. Being. Then third form of verb. What is the third form of verb? Waste. Third form is wasted. Then by you. Your time is being wasted by you. Obviously your time will be wasted by you. So if you remove this one, that becomes more standard. Then remaining sentences in idle gossip. Now mark of interrogation. Mark of interrogation does not make the question. We have to find out the auxiliary verb. What we have is, bring it before. Is your time being wasted by you in idle gossip? So to beautification you can remove this one. Is your time being wasted in idle gossip? That's it. Answer is over. Object, M is R, before. Object, M is R, being, third form of verb, by and subject. If you write, not wrong. If you don't write, standard. That's it. Now, what was in the beginning? Why? So write it here. Why is your time being wasted in idle gossip? That's it. Answer is over. So this is the present continuous tense. So now any sentence can be solved. Any formation can be solved. Only one thing you have to remember. What is the formation? What are the auxiliary? For example, who is knocking at the door at the very late night? Even if you get, nothing to worry. M is R, first word, M is R. ing, continuous tense, active. Active formation, subject. Who? Subject. M is R. First form of verb, knock plus ing, knocking. Object, the door. What is the action? Knocking. Who is doing the action? Yes, who is the subject? Interrogative subject. Interrogative pronoun. So, what he is knocking at? He is knocking at object, the door. Now, passive formation, the door. Then M is R, is. The door is singular, is. Continuous tense passive, being. Then, third form of verb, knock. Third form is knocked. Then this at preposition will be enclosed with always. Knocked at, always will remain. Any cases, knock at, always. So the door is being knocked at. Then comes by. Then comes subject. Subject who will change into whom. Now mark of interrogation. To make interrogative, this auxiliary will come before. Is the door being knocked at by whom? Now finish. Object, M is a third form of being, third form of by and subject. But W is closed, we don't write in the end, rather we write in the beginning. So we write by whom is the door being knocked at. Now, answer is over. Now we will move forward towards we have present perfect tense. Here we have present perfect tense. The active formation of present perfect tense is subject, have and has, third form of verb, object. And the passive is object, have has, been, third form of verb, by and subject. In all perfect tenses, been is used to make passive in voice change. Now, in place of have and has, if I put had, H-A-D, had, that becomes past perfect. Story is over. Now, if I get a question, this one in exam, this is my voice change, and what shall I have to do? I have to find out the auxiliary verb. As soon as I get has or have, I have to find out been or third form of verb. Do I have been here? No. That means we have to find out third form of verb. Here I have got verb. that means this is present perfect active. If it is had, past perfect active. Been, then passive. There is no been, that means this is active. Let us match it. Subject, the doer of the action. What is the action? Find. Who has done this action? Subject, the principal. Heaven has? Has, because it is singular. Has. Then third form of verb. Then object, him. 2 rupees, 5 rupees, for late, everything is an extension. This is the actually indirect object, but leave it. We will do later on. Another video. No, like it. Passive, object first. Then him will come into he. Then have and has, third person singular has. Then we have been, perfect tense here. Been. Then third form of verb here. Find. Then what he has been fined? 2 rupees. 2 rupees. Then comes by. We can give here by. Then there comes subject is the principal. The principal. So answer is over. He has been fined 2 rupees by the principal. Object has been third form of verb by the subject. Story is over. Now, if you remove by the principal, that becomes standard. If you remove he has been fined 2 rupees, obviously by the principal or by the school, by the authority. That's it, no one else. So, Chokindar will not come and do all these things. Now, take us a little bit difficult sentence now. If I have a sentence where a WH clause again comes, so what we have to do? For example, if I get a sentence with where have you kept my pen? Where have you kept my pen? If I get this sentence, as usual, first of all find an auxiliary verb. What auxiliary I've got? Have. As soon as we get have, we have to find a been in the sentence. Is there any been? No. That means this is active of perfect tense, but we have to find out the third form of verb. Now here, kept. Have and kept is the third form of verb. That means present perfect active. It is had, then past perfect active. Now, interrogative sentence, WH clause, pronoun or adverb? Adverb. Remove it. Now see. Have you kept my pen? Subject. Have and has. Subject. Have and has. Have is written here before. Why? Because it is interrogative. Then third form of verb, kept. Object, my pen. And the passive says object first. That means my pen. My pen. Have and has. Singular. So has. Perfect tense passive. Been. Third form of verb, kept. Then comes by. Then comes subject. Subject is you. Now mark of interrogation. My pen has been kept by you. So has will come before to make interrogative. Has my pen been kept by you? Now what was in the beginning? Where? See. Where has my pen been kept by you? Now here we come to an end of this one, perfect tense as well. So any sentence you get, we don't have to worry. We don't have to be worried about the adverb and the length of the sentence. Very simple. We have to just look at the sentence peacefully, underline the formula, you will get the answer. Only underline and find out what the necessities I have to do. We will interrogative, auxiliary will come before. Subject, verb, object is important to be found out in both active and passive cases, and underlining the formula will help you out. So here we come to a brief video. Come to an end of the brief video. I hope you have liked. In the next video we will go with the past tenses, and following videos we will have the dual object voice change, we have infinitive voice change, we have different types of more voice change, quasi passive also we will do, but in the next video. So thanks for watching and listening. Have a nice day. Namaste.